All right, guys, I think we figured out somewhat of a way to make this thing work. So we're only going to stay on about 15 minutes, but because it's getting late, it's 10 o'clock right now. But we got to do a show, man. We haven't done one in so long, Robert, that we
Yeah,
got
catch
to
up
do a
exactly.
show.
And
So
Cujo is the good luck charm here. He's come to be say hello to everybody, right?
he's come to
Mr.
say hello.
Instagram, Cujo Jack at Instagram at Cujo Jack. So.
All right, let me listen to.
Victor Coco's on. Yes, Victor, it's late. Sorry.
All right, man. I think we're good, Robert. Let's do it.
Yeah,
There we
Charlie's
go.
on. We got the gang. We got the main gang on. Okay, cool.
Charlie Bunce is on, so that
Yeah,
means we can get
puppy.
this thing
Yeah.
started. Hey, Charlie Bunce. Thanks for joining us. It's a little late, we know, but we've had some technical difficulties, and eh, I was about ready to
That's
smash.
showbiz.
I was about ready to smash my computer, but
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to. I think Cujo keeps hitting the microphone. Something's hitting the
No, it's
microphone.
me. It's because I'm dangling. Because you said it was too noisy. It's just dangling. When my microphone dangles, things hit it.
All right, well, put it up. Put it back up in
Like
your
here.
ear. Yeah.
Okay. How does this sound?
It
You okay?
sounds. Yeah, I'm good. Just as long as you don't scream.
I won't scream. I'll talk gently.
All
I'll
right,
talk
good.
gently. Okay.
Good. All right, my sister's back too. So
Hey, Betty.
tonight, Robert,
Yes.
we wanted to talk about, and we're going to get into this really fast. The top 5 people that
Yeah.
you would invite to a dinner party, living or dead, historical figures.
Oh, I thought it would be that we. I thought it was who we would have dinner with. I didn't realize it was invite them to a dinner party.
Yeah, it's a dinner party. You're going to have 5 people, you and 5 people from history that you want to talk to at a dinner party, living or dead.
Oh, living or dead. Okay, so history, but that could be anything. Just people that are important. Okay.
Can be anything. So, people that are important, people that you would want to talk to. You, Robert Neal Marshall, Jackson, Mississippi Jr. III. Who would you
Okay.
want to talk to?
Okay. And do you want just the names or the names and why, or how do you want it to?
Names and why. You can start. You can go first.
Okay. Okay. First one I would say would be Emma Thompson, the actress who is now Dame Emma Thompson. She was awarded this deep honor by the Queen. And I would say Emma Thompson because, as you know, I worked with Emma when I was in my 20s in the West End of London on a show called Me and My Girl. And I haven't seen her, while I've kept in touch with many other people, Emma with this tremendous rise to fame and her thing, we do not walk in the same circles. And I would love, after 30 some odd years, just to have her at a dinner party and say, so how the heck are you? So what's it been like? What's this journey for you been like because of all the tremendous accomplishments? That would mean a lot to me to be able to do that.
So, what was the nanny she played? Nanny McPhee.
Oh, Nanny McPhee, yeah.
Would
But
you ask
she
her
also
about
played-
that?
well, there are a couple of things, but she also did. Oh gosh, what's the name? The Mary Poppins thing.
Yeah.
Waiting for what's the name of the film? Ken, I've gone blank.
I don't know. You got me. I'm not that big of an Emma Thompson fan.
Oh, okay. Well, she played P.L. Travers, who wrote with Tom Hanks, and she was
I
talking
remember the
about
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and she did a magnificent job in that as well. And she started as a very gawky comedian, and she turned into quite a powerful actress in the industry. So it was cool to watch that progression. You know.
All right, Victor Coco's on too. There we go. Now we're talking.
Elvis, yeah,
Yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah,
That's cool.
All right, we'll talk more about Elvis as we go because he might be on a list. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So who you got? Who's your next? Who's your next person?
Okay. I did I give it to you on the phone? I gotta.
I got the list right here. Yeah.
Okay, you got to tell me because I don't want to lose the connection if I go to my email.
All right, Michelle Obama, number 4.
Oh, Michelle Obama. Yeah, I just think she'd be really kind of cool to talk to because she seems like, more cool than anybody else. She seems like a lady that's got her head on straight. She's elegant. She's been through a whole lot in her life, and I think she would be really fascinating to sit down and talk with. Forget about politics, just because of this life that she's led and all that she's put up with, and the transitions of going from what they did to where we are now. That would be cool.
Yeah, she's a good person to invite to your dinner party. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Captain Smith. Expound.
Yeah.
Expound.
Yeah,
Let's go.
expound. Yeah, Captain Smith, the captain of the Titanic, who went down with his ship in April of 1912. And as you know, and because you worked with me and helped with my play 41 North 50 West, all about the Titanic, it's an obsession. Ocean liners are an obsession of mine. And to be able to have that captain at a dinner party, or be able to sit and talk with him and ask him about his amazing career, because he was nearly retired by the time. You know, and just to say, if he didn't die, like say, so what was it like to be on the Titanic on its maiden voyage if you hadn't sunk the damn thing?
Yeah. Well, I would say you could ask that gentleman, why the hell did you run into the iceberg?
What were you thinking, man? What were you thinking?
You know, Captain Smith looks exactly. It looked exactly. There was a picture of him that looked exactly like my dad. How crazy is that?
That is crazy. That which means you kind of look like him too if you just grow the mustache out a little bit.
Yep.
Which is that's right. It's all the fur is missing for you now.
Yep.
Somewhat.
And you know who I would want to talk to from the Titanic? The person that I would really like to talk to.
Yeah.
The violin player who wouldn't get off the ship just kept playing as it was going down. He's just like, screw it, I'm going down playing.
I'm going down all the way. Yeah, that took a lot of insanity or bravery, however you want to look at it, to do that. But
you gotta be kidding me, man. I'd have been swimming. I would have used those things as paddles, man.
Yeah. You wouldn't have gotten very far. Yeah. So Captain Smith, definitely someone I'd like to have at the party.
All right, so number 2, Greg Louganis.
Oh, yeah, Greg Louganis, the Olympic diver. Again, he was somebody that Craig and I met briefly in a park. I didn't even know who he was. He was walking his dog when we had our puppy, who was a Dalmatian at the time, and he had a Speed Freeway, which was his dog, and it was a Great Dane, but black and white, just like our Dal. And these two dogs, like, you know, one nose up here and one down there. I mean, like, one was gigantic. They were both 6 months old, and just the love of animals. But because of this man, he's HIV positive. You know, he came out as gay. He was obviously an icon in the diving world, in the Olympic world, and someone who has really struggled through his career and to survive. So I thought he, you know, again, from someone from long ago, like, hey, you know, we've had how many dogs over 28 years now, and he's loved his. And you know, again, somebody who's made it through and struggle. Something inspires me about him.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's a fantastic guy. He's great for Olympics. He was great for the sport of diving. The things that he accomplished were amazing. I mean, there was nobody better. In his heyday, he was the best there was, and you know, still one of the best ever, if you ask me.
You know, and he went into acting too. And obviously, since we all work as actors and we work in the business, it's sort of fascinating how people do at different times gravitate and what kind of roles they can and can't do, and you know, things like that. So,
Victor Coco throws in there, if there's one thing you had to do, but don't hit the iceberg.
The iceberg, right?
Don't hit the iceberg. Of all the things, don't hit the iceberg.
But you know, I mean, as you know from the play too, people think in history that there was just this one little lonely iceberg, you know, out of millions of miles of water. There was an ice pack that was 21 miles long and 5 miles wide. And that if it didn't hit that one, everything was trapped. So history has been sort of rewritten by the movies to make it convenient, but it wasn't the way it seemed, really.
Yeah, Charlie. So. It's difficult. It's difficult to put 5 together, Charlie. But
it is.
You know,
it was.
Just pick 5. I mean, it's really difficult because there's so many people you would want to talk to. Like Einstein was on my list. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's just so many people. Nicole Simpson was on my list. I wanted to know, you know,
Nicole Simpson.
Did OJ get you? Was he really the guy? You know, she was on my list. But she didn't make my top 5. So
and talking to Craig about it was sort of like, okay, well, maybe if you got one who was a political figure, then one who was maybe a historic figure, maybe one then who was an artist or an actor. So that's kind of how we broke the list, because there's so many. If you sit down, Tutankhamun, I thought I'd like to sit down with Tutankhamun. He said, well, what about authors? I said, William Shakespeare, but William Shakespeare was not ultimately on my list of like who I'd want to sit down with right now in my life. That may be pertinent things.
All right, so who's your number 1? Boom.
Well, my number, well, he wasn't really my number one. He was my last one because I think they all have different reasons. They'd all be number ones for various reasons. But the last one is John Edward, and not the political candidate.
Yeah.
He's John Edwards. This is John Edward. He's the talk to the dead people kind of guy, and he's written a lot of books about being psychic and about a spiritual journey. And from my perspective of things that I've been through, I've found a lot of guidance from him. And John Edward seems like a really cool guy who's gotten an answer like to some sort of inner peace. And sometimes I think we want a little bit of that, a little inner peace, right? Everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Freddie Mercury, yes, I would. Anton Cotton was Tutankhamun. Yes, I think that whole regime. I'd like to sit down with the whole Tut family.
Yeah, look, Dinner with Farrah Fawcett came through. My sister
Yeah.
grew up. John Lennon, George Harrison, Jim Morrison. She's into the music.
Oh yeah.
Charles Manson, which is interesting. But yeah, I'd like to have a conversation with that crazy dude as well.
Wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, through bars, maybe a glass.
And
but yeah, I'd like
Salvador Dali. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are all great. Franklin Roosevelt, Douglas MacArthur, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Martin Luther
Wow.
King Jr., fantastic, and Abraham Lincoln, number one. All right,
Wow,
so these are
yeah.
all great. I'm going to give you
Love
my
it.
5. All right, so this
Yeah,
is
tell me
my
yours.
dinner
I'm going to
book.
ask you about them. Yeah.
Here we go. Number 5, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, now
Right?
why Lee Harvey Oswald? Yeah.
Lone shooter? Was it just you? Or was it,
Yeah.
who paid you? Who was it? The Cubans? Was it, the CIA? Who,
Right.
just to ask those questions, what happened? Because I'm big on the conspiracy theory with the JFK,
Right,
so,
right.
Lee
So
Harvey
yeah,
Oswald.
and then figure out, and I would think about how that would change the course of all these TV shows if you actually had that knowledge, right?
Had
You could
that
say,
answer.
well,
Yep.
yeah, I know the answer. I
mean,
talked with the man.
My main belief is that he acted alone, but there were so many coincidences and so many things. Was it the mafia? Because the guy who killed him, who shot him, who worked for the mafia. He was a known mafia associate. So I mean, it's just weird, crazy stuff.
Okay.
Fred Nort, Patton, yes, General Patton. That would be awesome.
Yep,
I'd love to
yep,
talk to
yep.
him. Right. All right. My number 4, and
Yes.
I've had lunch with this guy already. But I would definitely have dinner with this dude in a heartbeat. Tom Selleck.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. That for you, that I would have thought that would have been your number one, to be honest.
No,
thinking about it.
No,
Not your number one, but
no, not my number one. But he's in my top 5. Me and Magnum PI chilling
Yeah.
and just talking about Magnum PI. Just.
but it's not going to happen until this agent gets back to you. So, but
That's true.
the invitation's out there already, right?
Yep, it is. It is out there. Number 3. Yeah, Charlie Bunce says, shocker. It's a shocker.
Yeah, you're right. Surprise.
Richard Brown said the National Archives has some of the Kennedy assassination evidence available, which I would love to see. I would love to come see that display. It fascinates me. It really does, the whole Kennedy assassination. Obviously, I wasn't born then, but I would love it. Hey, did you see my new shirt,
I was.
Robert? Did you see my new shirt?
Yeah, I can see the top of it. What is it? Let me see the rest of it.
It says, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
It was aliens.
And there's the
that's
guy
great.
right there. Giorgio
That's awesome.
Tsoukalos. I love that guy.
Okay.
Right?
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, Ron Hennigan. I am a Magnum fanboy. That's
Ron
correct.
Hennigan.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Ron's on board.
Been watching a bunch of his photos from the Chesapeake Shakespeare. Some really great stuff
I
going
saw
down
those
there.
as well. And Ron, is that still going right now at Chesapeake Shakespeare? Let us know, man, so we can tell these folks to get out and see it.
Yeah. By the way, we should do an Appletinis with Ken field trip to the National Archives for the Kennedy assassination evidence. I think that would be a cool thing. So anybody's in on that, let us know. We'll schedule it.
I'm in on that. I'll go in a heartbeat.
We'll do it.
All right,
Yeah.
so my number 3, Abraham Lincoln, for all the obvious reasons. So
Because he wore tall hats and he
did.
was
He
married
was-
to Mary Todd Lincoln.
and he was a vampire hunter.
No.
Yes, he was. Did you not see the movie? That was a documentary.
That movie.
That was-
You're right. Yes. Okay. Yes, I did.
But for all the obvious reasons, you want to speak to the guy who changed the country. He was commander in chief when we fought a war with ourselves. I would love to know his thoughts, all of it.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
whole-
exactly.
Boom. Would love to just sit down with Abe Lincoln and say, why did you do this? Why did you do that? What was your thought process here? The Gettysburg Address. Did you get help writing that? Or did you do it yourself?
Right. And did you write it on the back of an envelope like people say?
Yeah, I think he did it himself, And, what did you really think of that play that you went to see up until the point where, was it any good?
Until it turns out, yeah.
Was it any good?
Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Yeah.
Yes. Vlad the Impaler, Charlie Bunce, yes, would be cool. And I know a direct descendant. She has worked on some of our projects. A direct descendant of Vlad the Impaler. Yep. Ariana Almanjan.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So she's worked on a couple of our projects that we did here.
Very good. Consulted a medium for the Emancipation Project.
So Ron says Henry IV, parts 1 and 2, every Saturday for the rest of the month. Bam. All right. We're
perfect.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Excellent.
if you like Shakespeare and Henry IV, the Chesapeake Shakespeare Company will be doing Henry IV, parts 1 and 2 on every Saturday for the rest of this month, March. So get out if you can.
Go see them. They're wonderful. Really wonderful company.
Yep.
Patrick said Betty White. Yeah, Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White.
Angela.
Yes.
I would love to sit with Betty White. Absolutely.
All right, my number 2 guy, and it's a baseball guy, right?
Of course.
Who would you think? Who would you think that out of all the baseball people in the world, I would want to sit down with? You'd think Babe Ruth, right?
No, I was thinking like Brooks Robinson or maybe
You know who I would want to sit down with? Lou Gehrig, the guy.
Oh yeah.
That had to play with Babe Ruth, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Richard. No, not the Babe, Richard. I would want to have dinner with Lou Gehrig and ask him what he really thought of Babe Ruth.
Playing Babe Ruth.
Yes,
yeah.
Playing with Babe Ruth. Because you saw so much about Babe Ruth. You saw him, in the films. You saw him. So much about him. You really didn't know that much about Lou Gehrig. And he just
except the disease, and because he got ill, and then the disease was named after. You think of that probably more commonly than you would the Babe. Yeah, that's a great one, Ken. Great.
Yeah, and playing in the shadow of such a pompous jackass that Babe Ruth was. Because he was pompous, man. He had a big head, and he was the Babe, and he knew it.
And he earned it. Yeah.
Yes, he earned it, and he lived up to it, and that was his shtick. But and Lou Gehrig was quiet and just did his job and had really similar numbers, and just without, I don't really think there is a Babe Ruth if you don't have a Lou Gehrig, to kind of be there.
Right.
So
counter, yeah.
Very cool. And then number 1, of course, is the king himself.
Elvis.
Right down here in the corner, Elvis.
Yeah.
Boom, bobblehead Elvis. So Elvis Presley, I would love to sit down and talk to him and just be like, what was it like?
All right, but what Elvis?
Like?
What Elvis? A younger Elvis, like with the all the movies, or the older Elvis? Or...
The obviously the older Elvis, because he's
been through all of that.
Yes, he's been through all of it. He knows, and you can ask him about it. That's the Elvis I would want to sit down with.
Yeah.
The overweight, the drug addicted, career on the downslide Elvis. That
how'd you get here, and what do you feel about all of that? How that happened?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to just sit down with him and ask him those questions. And why?
Very cool.
Why did you go in that direction? Why did you do the things you did at the end? Why did you, was it that bad that you needed to do that? I don't think it was. So I thought, you were the king. You were on top of the world. You could have lived to be 70, 80 years old, and people would have, people would have loved you until the day you die, and they love you now. So I mean, really.
Colonel Richard said Colonel Parker sucked Elvis dry.
Really?
So some of the people around him.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. Just saying.
Just saying. Well, Colonel Parker was a vampire that Abraham Lincoln should have killed.
There's a connection.
There's a connection here to all these people. I'm telling you, they're all aliens, right?
Right.
I'm not saying it was aliens, Robert. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. So you don't even know, when I saw this T-shirt online, I was like, I'm buying that. I'm buying it now. Boom.
No, that's awesome. We were so focused on everything else, and you were so blurry before we got this working, I couldn't even tell. But now that you saw it and you showed it.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool T-shirt. So, can we go back to what Chaps your ass and what Chaps our ass? Because You're back. You're back. You're back. I got you. I just need to transfer you over. You're back. Boom.
There we are. We're back. Okay.
You for a second you were gone, and now you're back.
And I went somewhere. I don't know.
All right.
The Beatles killed Elvis.
Oh, Fred.
Right
Fred,
on, Charlie. Right on.
Hold up. We got a trivia question from Fred. All right.
Okay.
He said, who did Babe replace in the outfield that is in the Hall of Fame for a sport other than baseball?
Oh, interesting.
That's a good one. I don't know the answer to that, Fred. And I don't want to Google it, so go ahead and comment and let us know the answer. I'm not going to get that. I'm thinking...
So would have been football, or was it another sport?
I'm thinking it might have been the Olympics, maybe. No, Ted Williams. No, not Ted Williams. Get out of here, Betty. Ted Williams. They didn't play at the same time, right?
Huh. Yeah, I can't cheat on the phone either because I'm using it, so I can't even sideswipe it.
I don't want to Google it, Fred, but that's a good question, man. You stumped me.
Yeah.
See
if anybody else knows.
Yeah, I do know that.
Does he win a prize like a?
George Hallis, football. That's right. All right.
I said football.
Is that that's the answer? That's the answer. George Hallis. That's great. That is football. Very nice. All right, good. Thank you, Fred.
But what team was he? What team was he?
Chicago, I think. Chicago Bears, was it? Fred, again? Yes, let us know. George Hallis.
Okay. It takes a minute for it to come up once you get the answer.
I think it was the Bears.
Cool.
All right, so let's go back to what chaps your ass. Let's just get boom, right into that. Besides our show tonight and the Wirecast whole debacle, that chapped my ass. But daylight savings chaps my ass.
Really? Everyone's in an uproar about daylight savings. What's the big deal?
Hold on. But I'm mad at those people who are in an uproar about daylight savings. That's what chaps my ass. Because daylight savings is it used to be because they wanted to have a longer work day for the farmers. They could stay out in the fields longer and do all that. Well, guess what? My baseball team, because we don't have lights at our field, we need that extra hour to stay outside and practice. So that's what I like, the daylight saving time. That means that we can do what we got to do.
Right.
What chaps my ass famous actors who do a lower budget movie and let everyone know they were only there for the money and the crew is miserable. Who said that?
Well, it's not for the money because from our lower budget movies, they're not making a lot of money.
They're not making a lot of money. They're making some, but they ain't making much. So.
They're making a lot, yeah. Daylight savings is a filmmaker's paradise. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, as far as being able to keep events and things like that, going late, completely.
Angela Lawson said that she just worked on a movie, I think, recently, and maybe there were some famous actors who were on that movie were complaining. So.
Yeah, it does happen. We know it does happen.
Or could have been on.
Sometimes it's not the famous actors; it's the almost famous actors.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And Angela just came in and said, "Not your movie." All right, you're right. Thank you. Because I'd have kicked James Remore's ass. No.
Yeah. Right.
He had a broken foot.
Tillman, we didn't have a lot of that problem in the Tillman movie either. I think everybody got on pretty well.
Yeah, everybody got on. Oh, Ron Perlman. She threw out Ron Perlman. No way.
No, really?
I liked Ron Perlman.
Even the Beauty and the Beast, wasn't he a long time ago? A TV show? Mm-hmm. Whenever I see Ron Perlman, for some reason I see an animal, like a lion or something.
Ron Perlman. Oh, my grandmother's birthday she's going to be 99 next week.
Wow. Happy birthday.
we're gonna take her out for dinner.
That's great. When you get to be that age, it's like you absolutely want it to go on till like 100 at least, because now you're like so close.
Well,
you have to. You have to make it to 100, if not farther.
You gotta make the jelly jar.
Yeah.
You gotta make the jelly jar. Al Roker's jelly jar. You gotta make it.
That's right.
The Schmucker's jelly jar on the Today Show. So
that's it.
We're gonna send the picture in and everything when she turns 100. It's gonna be great. So
right.
That's
cool.
She loves watching her movies. She loves Jaws. She loves them all. She loves them all.
Has she seen Bill Tillman yet? Have you had a special screening for
her? No, not yet. I'm gonna take the Blu-ray up. I have, and then I'm gonna show it to her.
She's gonna love seeing her little lamb chop in that.
Yeah, she can't get out.
People up.
Yeah, she can't get out to see it. So, Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure that's cool.
All right, so Robert, Bill Tillman,
Yes, sir.
we had a big screening for it. What was
That
that
was an
like?
amazing night. It was an amazing, amazing night. It was great to see everybody again, and we had Darby and Bobby Carradine came in from LA, and Lana Wood. They all
Mm-hmm.
flew in for that, and Raw Libaugh came in, and we had all our local guys back together. It was like one big family, and very exciting event that Florentino Gregorio and Anchor Construction put together. Really an amazing, amazing event, and um, that was exciting.
It was. It was outstanding. And you normally don't see those kind of premieres for an independent film like that. And I mean, they went all
Oh
out.
no, no,
They
yeah,
had they
absolutely.
had the limo buses, they had the red carpet, they had
Yep,
the step and repeats at each venue. They had a
yep,
pre-cocktail party. They had a post screening party. It
yeah.
was just phenomenal inside
Jason
the
Brown was there
theater.
too. Yes, JB's on board now.
Yep, and
Yeah,
they
yep.
even had in while the film was going on, they had two bars at the back of the theater, and you could go get drinks.
I didn't know that. I was so engrossed in the
Yes.
movie, I couldn't imagine tearing myself away to get a drink.
Oh, I knew that. I knew. I was back there at the bar. Anyway, yeah, Jason Brown, man, thanks for joining us. And yes, you do play dead like a champ, and I
Not
do
only
too.
played
Yeah,
dead like a champ, but God, the fight scenes though, JB, you were amazing. Those fight scenes, you're like up there with the best of the stunt guys doing it. I mean, it was amazing. Great work.
that was. It was a lot of fun. It was, it's a fun film. I can't wait for you guys to see it, the masses, because it might not screen near you. I'm hoping that it does screen near you, so you can see it in the theater.
Well,
But
I can hint at the possibility that in June there may be, it's not an official announcement, there may be a screening connected with the Columbia Film Festival that
okay.
may be screened.
Uh-oh. He got cut off, man. The powers that be, the higher ups, knew that he was going to give information he shouldn't be given, and it just cut Robert right off. All right, let's see if I can't get him back. Oh, man, it's been a night with this stuff. All right, I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to reconnect. All right, Robert, where you at, buddy? There you are.
I get pop-ups on my phone. I should have turned off that, so when the pop-ups come up, it's kicking me out of the screen. So, but yeah, anyway, I was just hinting at possibly there be a local screening then, and I know that they're trying to get some other screenings in the Maryland area as well. So that's going to happen, I'm sure, for people to get to see it.
Yeah,
And one in
right.
Pennsylvania too, I think soon. But
There is Mercersburg.
that's closer to Berkeley Springs where we shot it, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I looked.
Yeah.
I need to see where it was, but it's a little farther west.
Yeah. Yes, Patrick O'Brien, I do die well. When we screened that earlier on the other feed, NBC shut us down.
What?
Yeah, they shut it down.
Because of violence?
NBC shut it down because it's their video.
Oh,
There you go.
interesting. So, yeah, but it was, it was good fun.
Fred Nort just came in and said, "What about down here in Texas?" Fred, Oklahoma is
Yeah.
one I know for sure, down in Oklahoma, and I'll be there at that one. As a matter of fact, I
Yeah.
don't know the exact date yet, but they're working on it, and it's going to be in Oklahoma, and I will be in Oklahoma for a screening about Bill Tillman down there in Oklahoma.
Yeah, because it's supposedly like where he was either born or he died. It's like literally in his town, which is pretty cool, Ken, for you to like, the whole family's going to try to meet you.
Yeah.
One-
And Fred,
one-
I know how far the towns are out there apart. I know because I
Yeah.
I played in the Texas League, and it was just like crazy, man. It was like 13 hours to San Antonio, 12 hours to Jackson,
and the
Mississippi.
scenery never changes. It's like cornfields, like for 8 hours nonstop.
Not in Texas.
It's amazing. Well, no, but I mean, like up in that area, though. You go farther north, like Omaha, Nebraska, things like that, Iowa, just hours and nothing changes.
Yep. Waco or Austin? That'd be nice. I'd like to go.
Austin's good fun. Right now, it's a little crazy going on with the South by Southwest.
There you go, Fred. It's close. It's an hour and a half. That's not too far from you. So hopefully it's in Okie City.
That's like driving from Virginia to Baltimore in rush hour traffic, an hour and a half. Actually, it's faster.
Yeah, it is faster. An hour and a half is
Come here,
faster.
Pooch. Come here. Where you go?
What's with the dog, man?
The dog likes to climb up on top of me. Sometimes he's little. He thinks I'm a mountain. At least somebody does.
Yep, right. At least somebody's looking to hump you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This stage of my life, I'm not complaining. Anything is good.
All right, so movies, man. Have you seen Captain Marvel yet?
I have not seen Captain Marvel. I'm probably the only person on the planet who has not yet. But I because of the Columbia Film Festival, we have 80 submissions of movies so far. I've been watching movie after movie after movie after movie, so I've not had time for some commercial stuff. But I can't wait.
All right, well, I'm gonna try and catch it tomorrow. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's breaking records. Another female-led film is breaking records. So we'll see. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. I'm sure I'm gonna love it because I like all the Marvel movies, even the crappy ones. So.
Sometimes it's just good fun, good entertainment. We need a little escapism every now and then on top of it, right?
Yeah, I'm a big comic book fan. I've always been a big comic book fan. So these comic book movies, I love them. I like them.
Yeah.
So even, like I said, even the ones that aren't that great, I still like them. There's a new show on TV on Netflix right now. If you haven't seen it, it's called Afterlife. Do you know Ricky Gervais? You know Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, of course.
The comedian. He writes, directs, he stars in it. It's called Afterlife. It's only six episodes. It's really quick. They're a half hour each. It's a short season. He's known for that. He just does one season and he's usually done.
And that's it, right?
Yeah. But it's a great show. It makes you think. It deals with subjects that are really, really tough to deal with, like suicide and drug addiction and things like that. But it also is really funny. And I mean, hysterical. I was laughing out loud. I watched all 6 episodes last night.
And if you can't laugh at drug addiction, then what can you laugh at?
Well, that's the thing, I mean, it makes you think, but it also makes you laugh as you're thinking about it. Like, holy, what the, and it just elicits all these emotions as you're watching it. It's really good.
I love stuff
really
like
good.
that. Yeah, I love
it's
stuff.
really good. I mean, he's controversial sometimes, Ricky Gervais. He's in your face, he doesn't hold anything back. He likes to use the C word quite a bit. So, that's always fun. The C word. So, did you freeze up on me, Robert? I think Robert froze up on me. He heard the C word and he froze. Robert heard the C word and froze. Let me disconnect him. See if he comes back on. Nope, we lost him, man. He's done. He's done. Robert's done. He's nothing but a red box now. Oh, man. Hey, Mimi. How you doing? Yep, I scared him. I said the C word. Well, I didn't say it. I just said C word. And it froze him. He was like, what? Boom. And he was done. Let me see if I can't bring him back on. I'll disconnect and reconnect again. Nope, I think his battery died. To be honest, I think his battery died. But I'm here. So if you get a chance, ladies and gentlemen, check out the new show Afterlife on Netflix. He's gone. Robert's gone. He's not in the box. I don't know what happened. We've been having technical difficulties all night, and Robert can't get his stuff together over there in Colombia. So, and if you get a chance, guys, check out my new series called Coffee with Ken. And it is on my photography page, my photography YouTube channel. I'm going to be interviewing somebody every week. This first week, the first episode, I interviewed Dan Franco down in Petersburg, Virginia. We were down there working on something, and we had some time, and we went to get some coffee, and we shot this video. So if you get an opportunity, check that out. It's called Coffee with Ken. And it's actually, I shared it on this page. I shared it on my photography page, and I also shared it on my regular Facebook page. So check it out. That's right, Angela Lawson. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Yeah, you don't want to put Robert in a box anyway. That's absolutely true. He's just red box Robert right now. Look at that. Ready? Red box Robert. Boom. Gone. He's not even a question mark. He's just a red box. So I'm going to try one more time to bring him back up. Nope. He's not there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign off. Right? But thank you for joining me. Betty, Angela, Mimi, Victor, James, everybody, Fred from Texas, love it, man. Thank you for coming on. Charlie Bunce, Richard Brown, everybody who came on, thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Next week, everybody's going to be here because it's our St. Patty's Day show. It's our favorite show of the year. We rock it. We bring in the Guinness. We bring in the Leprechaun Teenies. We're going to be right here, all dressed in green, talking with Irish accents. And Tom Selleck's going to be here. That's right. So, come on out. The name of the movie again is, it's not a movie, Fred. It's a television show. It's called Afterlife. It's on Netflix. That's the one I was talking about. I miss you too, Betty. I will see you soon. We'll be up. We'll take Grandma out for her 99th birthday. I will see you guys next week. Let's let Jeremy Ragsdale take us out. Peace. I'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging in there with us tonight. Thanks for staying up late. We'll see you later. Bye.
Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with
Kenny?
Ken. Oh yeah. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, 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 oh. Appletinis with Ken. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Appletinis with Ken. Appletinis with Ken. Oh yeah.